All right. Good morning, everyone. I hope you are all getting me, leaders. Please just comment with one if you are able to hear me clearly and if you are able to see the screen. Just comment one if you are getting me. All right. All right. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Leader Ifa, for this opportunity. And well, since it's just 30 minutes, I'm going to be a little bit faster, and I'm sure you're going to pay much attention since you are all active today, and quite the numbers is increasing. This is amazing. I'm so happy to see this. Yeah. So, leader, you're going to just help me control the slides. Mm, yeah. So you're going to help me control the slide so that we can move faster since I think I can control the slides. All right. So today's topic, I just wanted to share them on how we can create repeat customers. I know in mostly, especially when you are new in the business, and in our network marketing business, we we have no sales background in most of us who start the business, and we've never uh, some they've never even sold anything before. As for me, the time I was starting the business, I come from the background where and not I can even sell anything, not even my own phone. If I get a new phone, the only way it's going to get out of my hand it's when it's broken or I just give it to someone. Like I'm that thing of saying, okay, I'm going to sell it and then I'm going to give it to then I use the money to buy something else. That wasn't the kind of person I was. So even joining the business was a little bit tough for me. Because I remember the first month of joining the business, I only sold once in a yeah. And I remember I only saw that because of the numbers. Otherwise, I had no skills and I didn't know how to talk to people. I had fears. I um, I didn't believe in the products that much. The only thing that I just needed is just some extra income to support myself as a student. Yeah. So that really made me struggle a little bit. I remember the second month was even worse because I never sold anything. I never sold anything the whole month. And then something that came up in my mind to say, if there are other people who are doing it and they are doing it well in the business, then there should be something that they are doing that you are not doing. So I decided to learn. And I remember there are quite a number of recordings that has been done. So I went to watch all the videos of people that were talking about products, how to sell, about 3, 5 years before I joined the business. And I picked up something from there. But again, I got support because when starting the business, usually they promise support. And that's what made me start the business on a higher note on the third month. Because by then I didn't even have a team. So my income was entirely dependent on retail. And that's the one thing that I was like, okay, I need to work on this work. And I didn't even have that belief to share opportunities to others because I wasn't even making sales. I was like, I'm not even making money. How am I going to share this opportunity to others and tell them that, we're making money? Because I wanted to say that to have that belief in me in order for me to do that, which wasn't really like the true case because you can still recruit and make money, but that wasn't the case for me. I still had that fear. I know most of FBOs, that's the fear that they have. Most people delay to have that. recruitment power because of fear. They are not making money. So they don't go and approach others and share the opportunity. Yeah. So that was just part of my story, but the one thing that I know for sure is, when you create that retail income, it gives you that belief. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. And how can you create that uh, retail power without struggle, and also in a right way, and also building a long-term relationship and loyalty with your customer. Not when you sell something, the customer is gone for good, and as if you never talked to one. Yeah, so today I just want to help you understand that, and then on how you can go about it. Yeah. So the first thing that you need to know is you need to know your customer. Yeah. In this case, this is where now you get your profile of the customer. You know their name, you know their location, and you have few details about them. Yeah. You need to correct the data. You need to know the history. So here, this is where you just focus on making sure that once you know the name, then you know where they are located. Because in most cases, let's say if you are using social media or you're connecting them through maybe in the area where you are not, where you are, then you need to know the mode of delivery. How are you going to deliver the products to them? And or maybe if they are not even in your country, maybe you register them as a preferred customer so that they can get products under your name and not from someone else. Then you also need to keep notebook. I know most times we trust so much on phones saying, okay, I'm going to check out their information on phone. This technology thing, it can die and you can lose all the data, and that means you lose the customer. So you need to keep a notebook and record the previous interaction on how it was. Then where you use this information to personalize their information, and then also do follow up, because that way it will be easier. Because even times whenever people say fortune is in follow up, but if you don't have previous information with you, you're not going to have that energy to follow up because you don't know where to start from. But once you have that information, it will be easier for you to do follow up, because okay, last time we talked about this, so you can even share. For example, let's say this is someone who has healthy challenge about, or maybe their uncle, brother, or even themselves, they were not feeling well. You can just go on and make a call and say, yeah, last time when we talked, you told me your brother was not feeling well. How is he doing now? Yeah. Then from that, then you continue building up the conversation. Then the second thing you need to do is you need to deliver a consistently great service. Most times when you retail or to a customer, we stop share, we stop talking to them, and that's not a right way. Considering what we are dealing with is not like medicine. If it's a medicine, you can just, okay, no, I'm giving them an antibiotic or a painkiller, and that's it. Yeah, then that's it. It's a once-off thing. But these products are made in a way that you need to constantly taking them. These are food supplements. No one stops eating. We always be eating forever until at the end. And that should even be part of, they should understand that. Yeah. So you need to ensure every experience is positive. Yeah. Sometimes even customers, like let's say that you talk to them or they get the products, because most of the customers are not well educated on the supplement. They buy supplement because they want to cure something. which is not even according to the company policy and the product's purpose. They do not claim cure, but most of the customers, if you're an FB, or I'm sure you come across someone who's looking for a cure. And even if you tell them that, no, this is not medicine, this is a supplement, but they'll still call it medicine anyway. Yeah, that happens a lot. And that you, in order to maintain that, you need to check up on them. They need to feel valued. They need to making sure that their decision to choose your services and the products is worth it. It's not just about them buying, because that way, even if they don't get good results but just your interaction with them, how positive you were and how different you are to others, it will show them that you care, and they are more likely to buy another. Yeah. So you need to be so responsive and attentive, because you can just, let's say, maybe the client can send you a message today and then you're replying after some time. Then they are not going to see that you care. So you need to be fast. Let's say if they give you a call, maybe you are busy. Every time that you get free, call them and give them a feedback. And also you need to handle issues quickly. Yeah. And then you need to go beyond their expectations, because some customers, let's say, in this customer gets to have, gets maybe huge order, because some customers, they are, at some point you get customers that are getting more products, and that, for you to have just appreciate that, go extra order and maybe add them extra product. Yeah. Yeah. Then if you see that they are coming repeatedly, if you want, you can even register them. If they didn't know about it, you register them, and then they start getting as a preferred customer. Yeah. Or you just, for that preferred customer, you just add extra product. Mostly for me, that's what I do. If someone gets something that is, let's say, gets a C9 and F15 at the same time, maybe what I do most of the times, I don't tell them about preferred customer, but um I just give them extra product that is at that level, at that price of a 5%. I just go and then tell them that that is just to thank you for being with me. Yeah. Yeah, and also I congratulate them for making their purchase. And people need to feel valued, that their decision matters. So you can just send them even a message, congratulations for making a decision to actually take care of your health. I know there are a lot of people right now that are neglecting their health, but today you decided to invest some money into your health, and that's amazing. Congratulations. They are not going to feel like they were buying, they're going to feel like they're investing in themselves. And that's what matters most. We mostly go back to a place where we feel appreciated. Yeah. And where we feel valued. Yeah. So that's what you need to focus on. Then also you need to offer loyalty incentive. Yeah, encourage repeat business through, like, just loyalty points, discounts, which I've already mentioned about it, exclusive offer for repeat customer, free gifts, or for referral and milestone. Because most of the times, if in this case, you'll realize that some customers will actually even give you, like, they will even give you a referral just because of how you helped them get their products. Just the whole process on how you help them walk through that. They will just, you know, because sometimes I usually just get numbers, you just receive a call. I got a number from this friend, but I don't even remember that person at all. They just, no, I got your number from this person and I want to get that. You know, some they might even get from, let's say, you can get this customer got C9 from somewhere, and then just say, I want F15. I did my C9. I got your number from my friend who got C9 and F15 from you. Yeah. Not because uh, the person wasn't so good, the other one that got the C9 from, but because the other person was so felt valued for their decision. And that way, people get even to set their minds or properly whenever they use the product. Yeah. And they pay much attention. Yeah. So next slide, leader. Yeah. And the number 4 is you need to stay in touch. Follow up after the purchase or consultation. You need to send thank you messages to them. You know, if there is a best time to even actually ask for referrals when is when the customer is happy. So whenever the customer is happy, and then they that's the best time to actually give them a referral. Let's say before, let's say they receive their products, they make a purchase, they receive their products. Then they send you, thank you so much, I've received the products. Yeah, that time is actually now the best time to ask for a referral, because it's at that time when they are happy. They haven't seen the results. Maybe they might be having high expectations. So if you ask for a referral at the end when they had too much expectations and they don't get that expectations, and you don't get that referral. Yeah, but the moment they receive, they tell you, thank you, I've received. That's the time that you ask for referral as well. Then you also need to share updates and healthy tips, and also about new products. For example, this is let's say someone who got some products for, let's say, weight management. Let's say this person just got C9. Yeah, C9. This is person who just got a C9, and now this person now wants to, or let's say they want to continue. Yeah, just before, maybe if you never talked about the F15, I'm saying this because most of FPOs, whenever they are selling C9, they just look at that profit of a C9. Maybe F15 is out of mind. They don't talk about it in the first place. Yeah. So they, at that time, before the client finishes the whole C9 program, maybe in the middle, maybe they've seen some changes. Most times, maybe at day 4, day 5, then you can share about F15. If not, then you advise them to continue with the Garcinia Plus, and you help them understand its benefit. Yeah. And also, you give them more healthy tips so that they can get best results. But because if you know they get the best results, then you know that they are going to either refer it to someone else, or they are going to continue on with F15 because they've seen that you cared. Yeah. And then you need to be consistent. I mean, consistency has been the big issue, especially in business or in just like being consistent it's tough, especially not when you're not seeing the results. Yeah. All right. Let me try. Am I now loud enough? I saw a comment saying volume, please. Am I loud now? If I am, you can just comment too. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, great. Then we can continue. Okay. So then you need to also ask for feedback. Yeah. Ask for feedback and use it. This feedback is very important. As for me, I even have I have a specific day that I usually get feedbacks from my customers. Like every Thursday, I check up on all my customers that have gotten products from me. Every Thursday, I've created in the morning. The first thing I do, I send them a message to check on how they've been and to give me a feedback on their experience. The message, I just make it very simple. just a good morning. I hope you're doing okay. So today is Thursday, and I usually check on my customers, and you've been my amazing customers lately. So I just thought of checking on you and to see um, how was your experience with the products? Did you enjoy it? Did you get it? Do you have anything that you can say to someone who wants to use the products? Then I get their honest feedback. I tell them if they okay, imagine if this program helped you, do you think you can recommend it to someone? Then they will say, yeah. Mostly what I do, I don't even tell them to recommend someone. I just take that screenshot and put some products and use it as a testimony to share it with the existing customer who is still having doubts and say, okay, yeah, so these were the feedbacks from my 5 previous customers, and this is what they say. This is what they told me. And I use that to get more sales. Yeah. And because of that interaction, it allows them to think, you know what, this person, um, this person wants to scam us about the product because it cares and it values feedback. You see? Yeah. Then that way you'll be able to even improve in terms of how you do the services if they give you a feedback. Then if they give you that honest feedback, you need to thank them for their feedback so that they see value. Yeah. So that's what you need to focus on, making sure you get your feedback and use it to share to others. If you do this, then they'll be able to help you back. Yeah, and they'll come and buy more products. Yes, so leader, just next slide. Looking at time, it's moving a little bit fast, so I'll be quick as well. Yeah, then another thing is you need to build a relationship and not just sell. I know most times we focus on selling instead of building a relationship. Usually selling, it just gives you um, instantly results then. But if you're looking for long-term results, you need to build a relationship. The goal isn't just to sell. The goal is to help someone. Uh, we say look better, feel better, right? So the goal is to build a relationship where you understand the person's need and then you provide a solution. When you provide a solution based on personalized, because you know, most times when let's say if you are selling most of the supplements that we deal with, we want to give people what we give to everyone else. But these people are different people. They have a different lifestyle, different background. So if we give everyone the same thing, then they are not going to get the same results. So you need to understand. You need to understand the kind of person they are. You need to understand their kind of lifestyle, and then make their problem more personalized. Personalize your help to them. Yeah. And then you need to be more than just a seller. You need to celebrate their birthdays. In this case, you need to know them. You know where they are, maybe the day they were born, depending on that. Yeah. Yeah. Check in. Yeah. Not just about selling. Check on them. Just sometimes even a customer who promised to buy the products, it's not like they wanted to buy and then they cancel. Because the most challenging thing we face is when most of the customers promise to buy, but then they don't buy. And then we feel bad that they made the promise. Yeah. They say these people they make a promise to say, okay, I'll buy the products on the month end. The month end comes and they don't buy the product. And we feel bad. But in the actual sense, we just didn't know what really happened in their life. A lot of things happens in our day-to-day life. And we need to understand that. Because even us, most of the times, I'm sure, maybe sometimes we make promises to people to say, okay, no, I'm going to do this because you are expecting something you're expecting either money from certain program or from the business. And then before that day comes, when you promise, something comes up and you do something else. So the goal is to understand. You just need to call them and they say, I just thought of checking on you. I know we talked on the month end that you get the products. And I understand sometimes life gets busy, distracted, and a lot of things happen. Are you sure you're okay? Because customer will not, most of the times they will not open up and tell you the whole truth. You need to persist. You need to show care for them to open up and give you the whole truth. Because if you know the whole truth of the situation, you'll not be frustrated that you're not making sale. Yeah. Even when you're doing the right thing, sometimes it feel like you're not doing the right thing. Yeah. When things it gets tough. Yeah. Checking and not just selling. Yeah. Share valuable and non-sell content, especially let's say if it's in WhatsApp group or social media. Don't just constantly post on products. Don't don't just constantly talk about, buy this, buy that. Sometimes you just need to share them motivational content, maybe educational content. Yeah, people that will be able to follow you and they'll be able to learn from you. They will know you. Yeah. And if it's social media, then the more people, if you share motivational content or educational content, that's when people are going to even follow you, because they see value. They see that the only thing we're not going to get here is not just selling, but also educational information. Yeah. Yeah. So we can move the next slide. And then the seventh, you need to educate and empower. Help customers get results, leaders. When someone, let me give an example of losing weight, because it's one of the hardest things there is. Because losing weight, you need to go through you need to go through your hormones. If it's women in this case, most times women hormones fluctuate sometimes, and that usually causes a lot of weight gain. Maybe they are going through stress. Sometimes you might think someone is gaining weight because of they are eating too much, when in the actual sense they are just depressed. But then you can help them. Once you help them educate and offer tips to maximize results. C9, yes, yeah, it gives results, but it's not easy to fall through that process, because you need to moderate your diet, you need to exercise, help them on how they can design their environment for success. Yeah, maybe give them some tips if it means putting away snacks, putting their exercising tools just next to the bed, so that when they wake up in the morning, they think about exercising. If it's drinking water, help them put everywhere where they go a lot of bottles of water, so that whenever they pass through, they see water. The chances of someone drinking water whenever they see it, it's high. So help them. And that can only be possible if you yourself, you learn about it. Yeah. Yeah. Then also you need to host short information sessions or live. So what I do, for me, I have a group where most of the customers that usually buy weight management program is. So I usually call most of them and then ask them if they're going to be free. And then, or I just go and share in the group um, that information through a voice note or a video, but both ways based on my schedule. If I'm very busy, then whenever I'm going to work, that's when I am recording a video while I'm traveling. If I'm at work, maybe I have a free time, then I can record a video for them and share with them in the group, so that they can stay that even after using C9, even after using any other products. I'm referring to C9 because most of people, I would say, they are more on the C9 part. Like C9 is the most selling products, especially here in Zambia. Most people sell C9. So I think even my mind is more of that. Even my team, most of them, they sell C9. Yeah, but you can apply this to any other product, even joint products, if it comes to bedroom products or skincare, any other, they all need that information. They need educational information as well. Yeah. So that's what you need to focus on to help these customers. Yeah, so next slide, leader. Yeah. And also be honest. Trust builds loyalty. Instead of telling someone to have that unexpected result or claiming to have a cure, because most people, when it comes to our products, most people are not so well educated on the supplements. Yeah, most people are looking for a cure. And what I can say is people want something fast. This time around, the things they people want things to be happening so fast. They want instant results. And maybe this is someone who has been having a bad lifestyle in terms of taking care of their health. They don't exercise, maybe they smoke, they drink, and they just don't care so much about their health. And for years, it's been like that. And now they are facing the consequences of everything that they did in the past. That person would definitely going to look for instant results. They want everything that they did in the past. They all of it to just be cancelled out within a minute or within a few minutes. And that's a mission impossible. Okay. But so you need to educate and be honest with your customers. Tell them that whatever you're experiencing right now is the consequences of what you did. And it will not be resolved right now. But now, because you're looking for that fast sale, so you just go and tell them, this one is going to work. And they get the products. They get the product, they don't get expected results. And they are going to tell a friend that guy is a scam. He scammed me. You know, that's meaning you started losing the reputation. Yeah, so be clear and don't oversell and make false claims. Just be honest that what we are selling, it's a food supplement. What it's going to do is just going to help your body. Yeah, your body has its self-repair mechanism and it will repair. Even before you start feeling the pain, the body first it tries to resolve the problem. When the body feels like, okay, we need some extra help, so that's when it starts to show outside. Yeah. Sometimes it comes to show to that outside when it's even worse. I can give an example of hypertension. Hypertension mostly is just a positive feedback. I would say positive feedback because it's let's say if the heart is working, it supplies blood to all parts of the body. Let's say if there are fats or anything that is compressing a blood vessel, and let's say this part of the body is not receiving enough blood, that message is going to be sent to the brain, and the brain will go like, okay,